presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. My Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. And Snethkamp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, serving Metro Detroit since 1926.
What is up, Michigan? We are back. Jenna is back. We've got a new look studio and a whole new take no prisoner attitude. Welcome to State Champs. Can't believe it. We're going to hit our 600th episode this season, and I'll tell you what, we couldn't have done it without you guys. And we couldn't have done it without Lawrence Technological University. From what began as just a few teams just 9 years ago, there are no less than 27 teams currently competing in NAIA collegiate athletics at Lawrence Tech. Go to LTUathletics.com to check out everything happening. Here in high school sports, we kick off the football season.
We are so fired up, Lauren. I'm Jenna Skalski, and we were all over the Prep Kickoff Classic at Wayne State. We've got highlights here and online right now at StateChampsNetwork.com. More football in store, as well as cross country, boys soccer, and more up ahead.
And I want to give a special shout out to the MHSAA. We are thrilled to be partnering up with them again this year. They believe in giving high school sports the biggest platform they can, and it's really great to be working together again. And also, Hungry Howie, sponsors of both the Mr. Football Award and the Anvil Award now. For 5 years now, Hungry Howie's investing in all of our terrific Michigan communities by propping up high school sports on State Champs.
Let's get this party started. We'll begin at the PKC.
We begin with Thursday's first game at the Prep Kickoff Classic at Wayne State. Believe it or not, first time ever, the Warriors of Birmingham Brother Rice meeting Utica Eisenhower. Second quarter, Rice quarterback Greg Piskapink decides to hang on to it, finds his way into the end zone. Brother Rice led 7-zip at the break. Ike trying to get back in it. The Rice defense bringing the pressure and the pain. Blake Rastig swarmed by the Warriors. Ohanis Sarkeesian and Cameron Terrell, the combo sack. Fourth quarter, Eagles still trailing by 7. Rastig completes it to Aiden Ives, dancing down the sideline for a nice gain. But Brother Rice wasn't having any more. Rastig hits Nick Seskovic, who's hit by Mazin Jadu. Ball jarred loose, recovered by Jimmy Phillips. Warriors hold on, they beat Utica Eisenhower 7-0. We head to the west side of the state. East Grand Rapids taking on Zeeland West on Thursday night. Let's pick this game up in the first quarter. Zeeland West driving. Chase Petty, he's going to go in for the 7-yard touchdown. Ducks led 6-0 after the opening quarter. But back came EGR in the second. David Lime, quick pass to Josh Weiss. He will score. Pioneers take the lead 7-6. Stayed that way going into halftime. Let's go early in the second half. Zeeland West looking to grab the lead again. Carson Goker dumps to Evan Edding. Watch the senior go to work. Spinning off the East Grand Rapids defender. He will find his way into the end zone. Ducks up 14-7. After storms in the Grand Rapids area, the game moved to Friday to conclude. So in the fourth quarter, Robbie Sturzma gets the handoff, bounces off the defender. He will score from 25 yards out. Pioneers up 21-20. But back came Zeeland West. Chase Petty crosses the plane. They get the 2 and lead 28-21. East Grand Rapids with one last chance. Final play of the game to tie it. David Lime throws to the end zone, but Goker there to break it up. Zeeland West hangs on to beat East Grand Rapids 28-21, the final.
The season kicking off in the Flint area at historic Atwood Stadium with the Vehicle City Gridiron Classic. I'm Greg Molson with the highlights of Grand Blanc and Midland Dow in the opening game. It's the Chargers scoring first. Shane Jude with a jump pass to Evan Mativa for the first score of the season. Dow led it 10-7 at halftime. The Bobcats take their first lead in the third. Ty Brodebeck with a quick out to Elijah Jackson. He takes it in 28 yards, putting the Cats up 14-10. Braden White then hits his second field goal of the game for Dow, cutting the lead to just one at 14-13. That was still the score in the fourth when they were delayed by lightning for a half hour. And on the first play, when the game resumes on 3rd and 11, it's Brodbeck with a short toss to Stephen Brown, and watch him go. 65 yards down the sideline to make it 20-13. Brodbeck keeps it himself for the 2-point conversion, and those 2 points prove to be the difference as Dow cuts the lead to 22-20 on the pass from Jude to Owen McCaffrey. But Grand Blanc holds on with Dane Kilgore safely receiving the onside kick. The Bobcats take the opener 22-20.
I'm Chuck Pellerito, and we head to the court for the Bloomfield Hills Quad. First up, we head to Farmington Hills Mercy Marlins taking on the Cougars from Rochester Hills Stony Creek. Farmington Hills Mercy, one of the favorites to win Division I this year, and they show why here. After a nice volley, Stony Creek's Kate Strachan goes up for the spike, but Julia Bishop is there for the block and the point. Stony Creek determined though. Ella Markovic throws up a set and Ainsley Gus with the finesse to put it where the Marlins aren't. Too much mercy here though, as Kaylin Collins gets the powerful spike to take the set. Now, on to our other game, the host team. Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks took on the Cougars from Macomb, Dakota. Dakota serving, and the Blackhawks put a little too much on this bump. Jenna Shienke spikes it right back. Dakota comes up with a block here, but that doesn't stop the Blackhawks. They reset, and this time Ava Petrucci has a powerful spike the Cougars can't answer back to. Dakota looking to take their second straight game, and it will be Claire Stevens that gets up in between two blockers and gives Dakota the win.
Today, let's take a look at a couple of football rules changes for the coming season. Among our football rules changes for this year are two which involve player safety. The foul for tripping has been expanded to include a trip on the ball carrier. Intentionally tripping any player on the field using the lower leg or foot to obstruct an opponent below the knees will result in a 15-yard penalty. And the definition of a horse collar tackle has been expanded to include bringing down a runner backwards or sideward by grabbing the nameplate area of the back of the jersey, or the inside neck area of the jersey or shoulder pad. The penalty for a horse collar tackle is 15 yards. To learn more about football rules and football rules changes, please visit the MHSAA website.
Hey guys, we're just getting started here on State Champs. Want to give you a sneak preview of this week's Hungry Howie's Mr. Football Conversation. The 11th season, Sean Belizean here. We're going to talk the top 10 candidates each and every week. What's up, Sean?
Well, first and foremost, it's a pleasure to be back with you. Great football action happening everywhere. Special shout out to Hungry Howie's for making this happen. Extra Cajun crust, by the way. Trust me on that one. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a couple guys. Let's take a little trip. Let's go to Muskegon and let's go to Detroit King. Two of the Gargantuans. We're featuring a couple of their players. But Lauren, as you well know, it's all about your vote. So get out there and help us, won't you?
That's right. You can go to the website statechampsnetwork.com or check it out on social media. It's the Hungry Howie's Mr. Football Candidate Talk each and every week on State Champs. We'll see you there.
I've always been really good at math and science, and I knew I wanted to work in healthcare, but not as a doctor. So I chose Lawrence Tech's Biomedical Engineering program. I've pushed myself to take internships, like this one, at a hospital in an orthopedic research lab. Thanks to Lawrence Tech's unique, hands-on style of education, I'm graduating with a published research paper and a job. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Need money for college? You need My Student Aid. My Student Aid is the go-to resource that helps Michigan families find money to pay for college. Plus, they'll guide you through the financial aid process and answer any questions you have. For grants, scholarships, and more, connect with My Student Aid, helping make college affordable for everyone. Learn more at michigan.gov/MIStudentAid.
You do know you want a contest to spend the whole day with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just want to sit here and eat this delicious pizza?
We could do other things.
A little help?
That was the best day ever!
Some people will do anything for flavor. Now get a meal deal to fit any budget at the home of flavored crust.
Hungry?
Howie!
This is Alan True from 24/7 with this week's State Champs Recruit Report presented by My Student Aid. The latest major commitment happening in the state of Michigan was Detroit King offensive tackle DeAndre Buford choosing the Kentucky Wildcats, a school that has enjoyed a lot of recruiting success in the state so far this season. A 6'5", 275-pound athletic left tackle prospect, Buford now joins Oak Park's Justin Rogers and Flint Beecher's Ernest Sanders as Michiganders in the Wildcat class. Another junior in the state of Michigan that's receiving a lot of attention is Southfield A&T's Caleb Banks, 6'5", 260 pounds, and can play defensive end or offensive tackle. He used summer camp circuit to earn new offers from Maryland, Temple, and several other schools, but his most recent offer came from Florida Atlantic, and he will visit the Owls on September 7th. They already have a commitment from his quarterback, Anthony Rumpf. For this week's State Champs Recruit Report, presented by My Student Aid, I'm Alan True.
The Recruit Report is brought to you by My Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Go to michigan.gov/MIStudentAid for more information.
I'm Mike Erlitis. Two of the top teams in the state facing off at the showdown at the Swamp. The Lakers of West Bloomfield hosting the Knights from Oak Park. Early in the first, Oak Park comes out hot. Junior Travis Boston punches it in, giving the Knights a quick 6-0 lead. West Bloomfield will quickly respond. Donovan Edwards, one of the nation's top recruits, breaks off a 60-yard touchdown. They would later make a field goal as well, giving the Lakers a 10-6 lead after one. Oak Park would pull ahead in the second. QB Frank Black with a quick out to Boston for his second TD on the night. Knights up 14-13 at the half. Second half, West Bloomfield in the red zone looking for the lead. CJ Harris makes that happen off the QB keeper. Lakers back in control, now up 6. Late in the fourth, last chance for the Knights with seconds remaining, and Michigan commit Makari Page picks it off to end the game as West Bloomfield fends off Oak Park with a final score of 20-14.
I'm Gabe O'Neill. Let's hit the trail in our first big cross-country meet of the year as Northville High School hosted their annual Mustang Invite, and we start things off with the ladies. Through the first 2 miles, it was a pair of juniors as Northville's Kira Courtney and Novi's Lizzie Babcock were neck and neck with some distance from the pack. But it would be all Babcock in the end as she pulled away from everybody, taking first by 37 seconds with a final time of 19:24. Following her would be Livonia Churchill's Abby Haught. Courtney would finish third, and Ann Arbor Skyline's Laura O'Brien finishing in fourth would help her team take the overall win, with 3 of their girls finishing in the top 25. Now over to the guys' race. For the first 2 miles, it was the Dearborn Divine Child duo of Anthony and Michael Hancock nipping at the heels of Skyline's Thomas Young as they collectively started to pull away from the other runners. But crossing the finish line first would be Anthony, followed closely by his brother Michael, who just edged out Thomas for second place. Northville's Jacob Meek would help the Mustangs' case to win it all, finishing 5th as they had 4 of their runners in the top 15 to take the overall win as a team. Now we head to boys soccer. KLAA West Division matchup as Plymouth was at home to take on the Bulldogs from Brighton, 10 minutes into the contest. Brighton fails to clear it out, and the senior Mark Lopez is right there to bury it into the back of the net to give the Wildcats a 1-0 lead. Brighton, the defending KLAA champs, would respond with 15 minutes to go in the half. The sophomore Michael Kramer is there in front of the net to bang home the rebound, and the Bulldogs went into halftime trailing 2-1. 7 minutes to go in the contest, Brighton would even the game up. The cross pass is sent over to Kramer, who puts his head on it and just out of the reach of Vaca for his second goal on the game. It was now a tie ball game at 2 apiece. Then a few minutes later, this wasn't deja vu, as Jackson Vandermergel gets it to Kramer, who heads it in to give himself the hat trick, and that would be your game winner. As Brighton goes on to beat Plymouth 3-2, and the Bulldogs improve to 3-0 on the season.
All right, guys, Hungry Howie's is back again this season to not only support Mr. Football, but our second Anvil Award competition. Do you know who this guy is? Well, let me give you a quick pop quiz. He coached for more than 20 years at his last stop. He has more wins at that school than any other coach before him. He's not 1, not 2, but a 3-time Hall of Famer. His name is Tim Beckler. He is the former Canton coach. That's how you know him, I'm sure. Coach, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me here.
All right, so Coach is going to break it down all season long, our Anvil Award. He's going to talk about two guys. Quickly, just tell me the guys that you're going to talk about this week.
Cornell Wheeler from West Bloomfield, middle linebacker, and Justin Rogers from Oak Park. He's an offensive lineman.
All right, so those two guys happen to be going up against each other, meaning those teams, this weekend. So we're going to get into it at statechampsnetwork.com. You can watch it on our Facebook page, our Twitter page. We're going to talk about two guys in the Anvil Award competition. You see the top 10 on your screen. We're going to break it down each and every week with Coach Beckler. Check it out.
I chose Lawrence Tech for the architecture program and volleyball team. Architecture is a great fit for me because I love math and design. Now I combine them with technology to create beautiful structures. At Lawrence Tech, I didn't have to wait until my third year to start designing. Our hands-on education begins right from day one. And I'm really excited about LTU's Design Center in Detroit. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
The ones who wake up every morning ready to take on the world. The ones who push their limits to be better than the rest. You're looking to join a team of leaders who want to be challenged. You want to be pushed to your limits. You value freedom and think you have what it takes. The ones with speed, strength, intellect, and determination. Michigan Army National Guard. We see you.
You do know you want a contest to spend the whole day with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just want to sit here and eat this delicious pizza?
We could do other things.
A little help?
That was the best day ever! Some people will do anything for flavor. Now get a meal deal to fit any budget at the home of flavored crust.
Hungry?
Howie!
Since the dawn of man, storytelling has been the most effective and engaging means of communication. Whether gathered around the warm glow of a fireplace or the family television set, a compelling story has always moved people to action. At Yellow Flag Productions, the Emmy-winning storytellers behind our television programs are now helping clients create content that emphasizes their people and passions. Let us tell your story and share it with the world.
I'm Jeremy Otto, and we head back to Wayne State for more football action as the Muskegon Big Reds come to town to take on the De La Salle Pilots. Pilots down 7-0 in the second quarter, but Brett Stanley takes his hand up the middle for the 16-yard score, tying things up at 7. Muskegon able to answer right back, though, as Mr. Football hopeful Cameron Martinez takes the keeper for the 1-yard TD, giving the Big Reds the lead back 14-7. Martinez ended the night with 184 yards. He gets 65 of them right here as he keeps it up the middle and fights his way to the end zone, increasing the Big Reds' lead to 21-7. We head to second half action now, and Muskegon driving before Dupree Henderson bounces this one outside for the 10-yard score, and the Big Reds up 28-7. Fourth quarter, and this time it's Tommy Watts who gets the call 5 yards out, and the ball comes out, but not before he crosses the goal line. And Muskegon goes on to beat De La Salle 41-7.
Panthers Stadium, the site for this Week 1 matchup. River Rouge ready to go, but a tough opponent in front of them, Grand Rapids Catholic Central. Down 7-0 in the second quarter due to a lost fumble that resulted in a Panther score. GRCC got it going. Junior back Nicholas Holleran with the rock. Cougars in the red zone. Then, sophomore quarterback Joseph Silveri throwing some love to Malachi Love. Touchdown! Silveri would score on his own on another drive. Grand Rapids Catholic Central led 14-7 at the half. As night fell, Panthers found their way into the end zone in the third quarter. Marion Hrabowski under center, rolling, hitting the senior wideout Nigel Payne. We had a 14-14 game all the way until late in the contest. under 3 minutes ago, and the Cougars driving. Silveri is going to hit the hole, gain some serious yardage here, takes the hit, a penalty called. Catholic Central gets even better field position. Couldn't punch it in, but Avery Birch able to drive it through the uprights. They recovered the onside kick, and that's all she wrote. Grand Rapids Catholic Central with good reason to celebrate as they get the road win over River Rouge, 17-14 the final.
Time now to take a look inside Lawrence Technological University. Fresh off of a busy summer, one of LTU's finest came into the studio to discuss what he was up to over the break.
Over the past couple of years, I've been able to work with a website called DetroitSportsMedia.com, and I work with them as an on-camera reporter. So this summer, I did some work with the Tigers, and I had the opportunity to do an interview with Daniel Norris, one of their pitchers, and he's just such an incredible, wide-ranging personality. So it was some good exposure and an excellent experience when it comes to interviewing.
While thriving with the Detroit Sports Media Group, Jason has also had his hands full going above and beyond as the voice of LTU athletics.
So Lawrence Tech has been certainly a vital part of my career so far. At a young age, they've allowed me to get repetitions doing up to 8 different sports. We do mostly TV broadcasts here, and they allow me to work in my play-by-play, which again is what I want to do more than anything in my life. I just love the rush of it, love the thrill of it. It's almost indescribable. Lawrence Tech gives me an incredible platform to be able to work on my passion.
For more information, go to LTUathletics.com and tune into all of their live-streamed home games to hear Jason Ross Jr. on the call.
Listen up, gamers. We would love you and your high school team to come join us this season for our first ever tournament of Rocket League. It's starting September 23rd. All you guys have to do is sign up at statechampsesports.net. Again, this is going to be hosted in our brand new facility, the State Champs Esports Center, which is located on Lawrence Technological University's campus. Again, sign up before September 23rd, and we'll see you guys there.
I admit it, I love working with money, negotiating, and making big decisions. That's why I'm majoring in finance and economics at Lawrence Tech. What's truly amazing about the education here is the small class sizes that give me easy access to my professors who truly care about my future. They even helped me get a great internship. And I was able to fulfill my lifelong dream of playing college golf. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
You do know you want a contest to spend the whole day with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just want to sit here and eat this delicious pizza?
We could do other things.
A little help?
That was the best day ever! Some people will do anything for flavor. Now get a meal deal to fit any budget at the home of flavored crust.
Hungry?
Howie!
Since the dawn of man, storytelling has been the most effective and engaging means of communication. Whether gathered around the warm glow of a fireplace or the family television set, a compelling story has always moved people to action. At Yellow Flag Productions, the Emmy-winning storytellers behind our television programs are now helping clients create content that emphasizes their people and passions. Let us tell your story and share it with the world.
Welcome back to State Champs. You know, it might be a bad hair day, but our main event is going to be great. And it comes from right here at the PKC at Wayne State. The reigning Division I state champs, Chippewa Valley. They lost a lot of stars to graduation, but they bolster a big O-line among other positions. Now, Saline, it was 1 year ago. They only lost one game in the regular season. It was week 1. Guess who their opponent was? Chip Valley. We'll see how this one turns out. 2 heavyweights. Let the main event begin. Let's do this. Thursday's nightcap at the Zenith Prep Kickoff Classic between Chippewa Valley and Saline. Hornets in white lost last year's opener to Chip Valley before reeling off an 11-game win streak. Opening possession, 3rd down. Senior Cade Gillis returning to football after taking off his junior year. He's gone. 77-yard touchdown. Hornets out to a 7-0 lead. But it wouldn't take long for the defending D1 state champs to answer. Ensuing kickoff, the senior Cardi Johnson finds some running room, and see you
Later, 78 yards to the house. CV added another score, led 14-7 after the opening quarter. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. Big Reds with the ball. Senior quarterback Josh Kolka, replacing 3-year starter Tommy Schuster, was solid in the opening half. 11 of 12 passing. Nice connection with fellow senior Corey Anderson. 30-yard gain to the Saline 32. Chip capitalized. Another senior, Antoine Gunter, across the plane. Second touchdown of the night. Heading into halftime, Big Reds led 21-7. Chippewa Valley stomping their stamp on this contest to start the second half. The senior Myron Harris eclipses the 100-yard mark here. 15-yard TD, B-Reds up 3 scores. This night belonged to the boys in red and white. Harris carried the flag. 23 carries, 177 yards, 2 scores. Dating back to last season, Chippewa Valley wins its 15th straight. Second year in a row, they knock off Saline 35-21, the final. Time now for this week's Clip of the Week, brought to you by the MHSAA. We go back out to the Prep Kickoff Classic, and it's the Mr. Football candidate, the Ohio State recruit, Cameron Martinez, busting loose, 65-yard touchdown. Big Reds with a big statement over Warren De La Salle.
Week 1 is now in the books, and we are super pumped to be back here with you guys. Stay connected with us every day by liking, following, and subscribing to State Champs on social media. We are producing so much content over the next 15 weeks that we only scratch the surface here on TV. Our brand new app is coming your way as early as October. Fingers crossed.
That is so true. Thank you so much for watching. Hit us up on social media about what you want to see here on State Champs. Have a great week. Happy Labor Day, and we'll talk to you soon. Here we go. This is my show. Bam!
The champion.
State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. My Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. And Sneth Camp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, serving Metro Detroit since 1926.